Hey, Kliq This fans, want to get closer to the show than ever? Join Kliq This TV. Kliq This TV offers early commercial-free access to wrestling's hottest podcast, plus live audience tapings of their show every friggin' week. Head to KliqThisTV.com now and get inside the show that's just too sweet.
The following podcast contains mature language and adult discussion.
Kev, you know, on nights when we come down and do this and you're particularly tired and we start, and I always look at the clock and I see, you know, we got to get about 90 minutes in the can at least. And I do the math and I go, there's no way. It's like when you got to do a Broadway and you get sent through the curtain and you look across the ring, you're like, there's no fucking way we're getting an hour out of this match. And then somehow it happens.
Right.
You might be particularly tired today because I heard it's hard. It's hard to get an engine out of a Mustang.
That number one, that Coyote engine is that's a beast. I mean, you know, the thing takes 10 quarts of oil, but I just kept sitting in my car. And I don't know if it was just psychosomatic, just something that was going on, but I kept thinking that I was smelling like a tinge of my urine. And I just remembered, you know, some of the advice I got, you know, to take care to alleviate this situation. I remember we had one of our people wrote in that basically what I needed to do was
pull out the entire interior of the car?
Just pull the entire interior out of the car. I said, you know, so I did that. You know,
but the engine was harder.
Yeah, I said it's got to be the engine.
Oh, the engine, the piss had.
It had to have gotten somehow into the engine block. So, by the time I got the sixth piston out, I realized it probably wasn't the engine. So
Who would that have been coming off the bench? The sixth piston is circa 1986.
Oh fuck!
Who would that have been?
Let's
I only know the starters.
John Sally?
Sally wasn't a starter?
No. I think
Sally.
Sally.
It was probably him then.
I might go Sally.
Okay.
What do you think? So it was
What the hell was he doing under your hood?
Yeah, he's a big fucking tall drink of water too. Let's see. That was we're talking about the bad boys, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Championship team.
So you got Rick Mahorn, Lambier, Rodman,
Isaiah at the point.
Isaiah and Dumars.
Right.
So the next guy in would have been, I think, John Sally.
Okay.
Or Vinnie Johnson, the microwave.
Vinnie Johnson. He was a pretty big fuck, right?
He was a
wide.
guard. Yeah.
Yeah, wide
Yeah.
though. I remember.
Yeah, he was a tank.
So go ahead. So
I
why are you fucking with the engine now?
Well, I'm just trying to get, you know, I just, you know, I figured anybody that would go into that much detail of going into a situation or a problem that I have that he has absolutely not a fucking a clue of what I'm dealing with, to be that passionate, he must be right. So I said, fuck him, I'm going to take this to the limit.
Take the whole fucking thing apart, right?
Yeah, just take the whole thing apart. And not number it, just
like, lay it out on the side.
On some beach towels.
Right. You able to lift that engine yourself?
Oh, fuck yeah. I put a belt on, put a chain over the fucking beams in the fucking garage. Yeah. That's something like fucking Strowman would do, right?
Right.
Pull an engine out of a fucking F450,
Then use it as a weapon. Concealing
Yeah.
it would be hard, but
I think take a bump on it and find out that inside of it was thumbtacks.
I was just saying, Maven took a back bump on a Ford 150 engine this week.
Yeah, I heard about that. Guy he just won't stop. It's just unbelievable.
Did you fuck your hands up taking the thing out? You were talking about your knuckles.
Knuckles are fine. Yeah, I'm mauled. I'm exhausted. It's fucking. It was 100.
No pun intended. That was very good.
It was 120 degrees in the garage. I shut the door just for punishment.
It's like hot yoga.
Well, yeah, but on top of that, it's, you get a breeze in there and it kicks that, so you don't get the full piss smell. You lose your scent. You gotta fucking stay focused.
Right. You let it bake a little bit.
Yeah. Then you realize you forgot your Mando and it's just your pits. So.
No wipes, no cream, no stick.
Nothing.
Yeah. Raw dog in that bitch. Did you have to work on your engine? Kidding aside.
Yeah. Always work on your engine. Gotta work.
Do you do any car work yourself, or you always take it to you?
Shit, I don't even know where fucking. I barely put gas in my car. I'm one of those guys that I've always been just absolutely just mesmerized when guys, hey, what kind of a fucking what kind of differential you got that in it? Was a 6.95 with a drop at? What the fuck, right?
But that's their shit, man.
I know. I don't get it.
Something. Some guys fuck their pets,
I would have said, like, as soon as I started talking about rear end, I fucking pick up a 1966 Yellow Pages and go to fucking rear ends in Detroit and say, well, my dad probably called this guy.
It was my favorite Tom Byron film, by the way, Rear Ends. Part four, where,
I didn't see it.
Had to answer all the unanswered questions. So, the Hollywood Reporter this week released their top 10 wrestling actors. Did I say that right? Or actors who wrestled, or wrestlers who acted. Either way, they did the top 10. You made the top 10. You were not number one. But, Steve, you have that graphic so I can bring. I can't remember. I want number one was Dave Batista.
I hope I'm not number one at 6'10".
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, I'm lucky to have fucking the credits I have.
Batista landed at number one.
I would absolutely, totally agree with that.
Okay.
But Cena's really good, too.
Cena was number. Okay, let me see. Where's the? Okay, 2 was Dwayne. Which I don't. Is it ability? Is it box office? What are we going by here? Because
I'm going by ability. Like I think Dwayne's a good actor when he wants to be, but I think he's another one that he's almost like Arnold, where he kind of got pigeonholed into that.
Sure, yeah.
But like that, what was it? The fucking when he was a football player that was on HBO.
Ballers.
That was a different side. That was Dwayne not being Dwayne. It was Dwayne being a football player.
Mm-hmm. He played at the U, right? At Miami?
Yeah, Miami, yeah.
For Jimmy? Or that would have been after Jimmy?
Yeah, I think he played. I think he was there with Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
Or Erickson. Maybe Erickson was there. I don't
know. 3 was John Cena. Again, you said that's a fine choice.
Cena's a good. He's a Peacemaker's a good fucking show.
Now Piper at 4. As a wrestler, I was the biggest Piper mark in the world.
He did. They live, and I just don't remember anything else that he really stood out in.
Yeah, I guess he was all right in They Live. I don't think I've seen him in any other in anything else. By the way, what is that? You just tell me. Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. See, I don't remember that. I didn't watch the whole series though. That's one of those that I started and didn't continue. All right, so maybe he was great in that. I'll give him the best. All right, now Edge. Is that number 5?
I haven't seen anything Adam is.
What would I have seen him in?
He was in
Scroll.
that Vikings, and then he was in that show Haven. Like he had several. I mean, he did like
42 episodes of him.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
40
some street creds right there.
Yeah, 25 episodes. I mean that's if
It's
67 episodes of anything. That's
42, but yeah, still, I didn't see the series, so I wouldn't have seen him. All right, so
Yeah,
I guess
I haven't got a
so
chance
fun.
to
I
see
guess
him in
that's legit. Now, number 6 is your friend and mine, Kevin Nash. I do want to see their write-up, though. I only saw the list. I didn't see this. And you thought Hulk. Now, this is from Hollywood Reporter. I want to give proper credit. And you thought Hulk Hogan would be our highest-ranking member of the NWO here. Flexing a little wrestling knowledge, referencing the NWO over there in the Hollywood Reporter. Even, quote, even outside the ring ropes, Nash has been a pretty in-demand bad guy, but he also took the stage as Tarzan in the Magic Mike movie, so at least there's some versatility here. There's also a problem here. If you thought Dwayne Johnson was too big to disappear into a character, that's what you said, which he is, try being 6'10" like Nash. There's not a whole lot of leading men roles for guys who were once billed as being 7-footers. That said, Nash isn't even the tallest guy on our list. He's not even the second tallest. Bonus points if you can guess both. All right, Hogan follows you at 7. Now, Hogan, I mean, I guess in Rocky 3, because I think after the in-ring stuff, I think he had one line, right, in the ring when they asked him to take the picture, and he says, yeah, sure. So, I mean, no holds barred, laughable. Suburban Commando.
But he did
Thunder in Paradise?
Mr. Nanny. He did.
Yes, because Pacino was busy.
He did several movies that he did. He wasn't bad.
All right, 8.
8.
Who was 8?
I don't know.
Scroll.
Paul.
Okay, Big Show. He's done a significant amount.
9.
I guess that's who they're talking about as the tallest.
No, Andre.
Big Show. The two taller than you.
Yeah,
was him.
Andre.
And then Andre's
Big
at
Show,
number
Andre.
9, I believe. Let me see. Steve, you got to grease the wheels on your mouse there or something. Oh, no, Jesse.
Jesse's
Jesse at
9.
9 for not Platoon, I'm sorry. Predator.
Yeah, Predator. He was also in Demolition Man. He was in a couple of films.
Right. Yeah, he did his thing well. And then, so I guess then Andre was...
I'll look at it and say
Princess
14-year-old Kevin Nash sitting on the south side of Detroit, making the list of the top 10 wrestlers.
Phenomenal.
I'll take it.
I was kind of proud of you there,
Thanks,
Kev, to see there that you cracked the top 10 in a
sometimes,
way.
man, like you think you could maybe make it to 4 or 5, and work your way up, and the next thing you know, fucking movie doesn't get funded. So it's just
That's called Thursday for Kev.
Yeah. So
Who should have maybe made, because a couple of names came to mind when I was scrolling through to see if there were. Terry Funk did, I want to say, Paradise Alley with
Roadhouse.
With Stallone, Roadhouse. So yeah, Terry, I think, could have been on that list.
But I didn't get any credit for Longest Yard. I mean, I didn't.
That's true.
They gave me no credit for being on Longest Yard. So I thought I showed some. I started off as a racist guard, and then turned into I'm cheerleading with the.
You're most recognized for Punisher, right? Probably.
I'd say Longest Yard.
Oh, really? People come up to you most about talking about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that Netflix playing that Detroiters didn't hurt.
Yeah, a resurgence.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people that didn't see that series got a chance to see me in that. That's my favorite thing that I did was that.
Yeah, the
Working
main
with
name
Tim
that
and Sam.
the main name that comes to mind, I think, for me is Funk as an omission, and or Matt Bourne, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah.
fine actor. Other athletes that have successfully done film. See, guys like John Matusak was always in stuff, right? Like I'd always see him on like.
But he was more like he was in North Dallas 40. He was in. I don't think he was in too many. I mean, I just think.
Didn't he do
played.
sitcoms and shit? He would always come out as a.
Yeah, I mean, he did some stuff, but it's not like Jim Brown. Jim Brown was in a ton of movies.
Right. And what I was going to say was, when do athletes get the opportunity to not play either an athlete or, and we talked about
When
your
you're
size,
somebody
so
like
that's-
Mark Hamill or Hamill, was that his name? The guy that was in CSI, fucking Naval, whatever. The guy that was the quarterback at UCLA.
Oh, who are you talking about? You said Mark Hamill. I thought Luke Skywalker for a minute.
No, what the fuck is his name? I can't think of his name. He was a quarterback for
Mark Harmon.
Harmon. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
I didn't realize that I only knew him as an actor. I didn't
He was
realize
a starting quarterback at UCLA.
Wow.
He was a stud too.
Hot shit.
Remember Ed Maranovich? He played at he played at an Ivy school. He was a running back for the Vikings. He played in a couple of cop series.
Oh, Tony Marinovich? No, he was a lineman.
I had it right, and you just fucking fucked it up.
That's what I'm here for.
I think he was in like Hill Street Blues or one of those shows. Ed Maranovich is his name.
Okay, I do remember the name.
He was a good actor.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds actually had the
played at Florida
FSU. Yeah.
There's a lot of guys.
He brings up OJ, and that is a good point.
Yeah, OJ had
did get in a lot of film and TV. That's true.
Yeah.
And not always playing the athlete. Biggest mainstream, probably Naked Gun. Did you catch the new Naked Gun by any chance, Kev? Is that something you're going to give some time to?
The new one?
Yeah.
No, I won't watch that. I'll watch it later on. Like, I'll watch it when it's free.
Right.
And I got nothing else to do.
You don't get. You may appear as number 6 on the acting list, but you don't get nearly enough credit for your voice, Kevin. Here you do in my heart and in my home.
Right.
But as I look over at my Harry's,
oh God, I gotta go into it.
My new Harry's gear here, I am reminded of the Taxi's the name of the song, right?
Harry Chapin. It was raining hard in Frisco. I needed one more fare to make my night. A lady up ahead seemed to wave me down. She got in at the light. Oh, where you going to, my lady blue? It's a shame you ruined your gown in the rain. She just looked out the window, said 16 Parkside Lane. It took a while till I looked in the mirror, and she glanced at the license for my name. A smile came across her. It was a sad smile just the same. And she said, "How are you, Harry?" I said, "How are you, Sue?" Through the 2 little miles and the 2 little smiles, I still remember you. You see, she was going to be an actress, and I was going to learn to fly. She took off to find the footlights. I took off to find the sky. Oh, there she's acting happy inside her handsome home. And me, I'm driving in my taxi, taking tips and getting stoned. I go flying so high when I'm stoned. That's it, Barry.
Beautiful. Steve, make sure we don't get the YouTube strike on that because it was a haunting rendition. Right on the money. Kevin, of course, singing about Harry's razors as he
Yes.
does this. It may have been written by Harry Chapin as a song about the taxi driver, but in this realm, up in this piece, I think of Harry's razors. And I think of Harry's razors often, primarily every morning. The ergonomic design on the actual razor itself, it's weighted with the ergonomic handle, gives you total control. The balance is perfect. No more slipping or awkward angles. I love the grooves that are carved in. If you can catch that action here. If you're listening, this is more reason to watch us on YouTube, the Harry's commercial. And the absolute best part for me, yes, it feels great. It's maybe the closest shave I've ever had. Barbershop quality with their German engineered blades. You know what you pay for replacement blades for most of these razors? They maul you. Why pay $20 for refills when Harry's gives you better blades for a fraction of that? Okay, and listen, if you try this and you don't like your shave, Harry's is going to make it right. No questions asked. Risk-free trial means risk-free trial. Zero downside to giving it a shot. Each blade is honed at 3 different angles to cut hair cleanly at the root without the tugging you feel, which is why you barely have to apply pressure to just bring this down your face. Boy, that would wake me up if I opened my goddamn medicine cabinet and that was staring back at me.
It's like it just woke me up.
And by the way, every cartridge that you apply includes a lubricating strip with aloe and vitamin E to calm skin while you shave. Guys, what more do I need to tell you? The price is right. The product is right. And we are going to help you make it even more right.
My wife stole that thing the minute I opened it up.
Oh,
I opened it on the counter. I opened it up on the counter. She goes, you don't need that. I'm thinking I still shave my neck. Like, okay.
Harry's just doesn't make those razors, though, Kev, as you know. They've got a full line of grooming essentials from the shave gel, which I have right here, to deodorant, to body wash. You see it in all the stores. Harry's is filling the aisles with their products, and there's a reason.
Body wash is nice, actually.
It is. I have 2 giant bottles of it that I have that I just got.
They gave you body wash?
They gave us body wash in our first run, Baba.
Oh yeah,
those big ones. I didn't get through those yet.
Those man, I killed those.
This instructional booklet, which most people toss, they're so committed to their product that the last page is a directory. Who do you need to email? What do you want to talk about the subscription plan? You want customer service? You want to hear about their social mission? So there are contacts and web addresses for all aspects of the Harry's product. For limited time listeners, get Harry's trial set. $8 and a free gift. Are you friggin' kidding me? The trial set for $8 plus a free gift at harrys.com/Kliq, Kliq. That's harrys.com/Kliq, Kliq. Get our Kliq This exclusive discount. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Of course, you're going to tell them Kliq This because you just type the damn code in. Thank you, Harry's. Another product that I love, as does Kevin.
Very much.
How are you, Harry? You're great because you're part of Kliq This. How are you, Harry? Kevin, we were going through that list of actors, and number 6 was Hulk Hogan, and there are news items now. There's serious allegations about the passing now, and this tends to happen when there's untimely passings or deaths that we don't expect or that are shocking. Some of the conspiracy stuff may start. Now, I don't know if this is conspiracy or legitimate, but the first thing I read or heard, actually, Bubba, the Love Sponge, who was close to Hogan, was doing some episodes, and we were covering a little bit that he had kind of been reporting on the health. But he was putting forth his personal opinion that it could have been an accidental opioid overdose from an overprescription. I'm not going to say the doctor's name because I don't know if these allegations have any weight.
Hogan hated pain meds.
Okay, so that's good to know. And then I read a possible medical malpractice angle today. I'm looking for the particular medical you would maybe know, or I talked about the severing. Okay, TMZ is now reporting, quote, this is from Meltzer's site.
It's like
TMZ,
that valgus nerve or something like that?
Yeah, it's phrenic nerve.
Yeah, the phrenic nerve.
He said, TMZ is now reporting that when Hogan died, there was an occupational therapist present at his home who told police that Hogan was the victim of medical malpractice with his phrenic nerve being severed during the recent operation. Quote, law enforcement sources tell TMZ the Clearwater PD police report regarding the 911 response to Hulk's home the day he died says an occupational therapist was present, which is what I just said. According to the report, which is on lockdown, the therapist told responding officers that Hogan was the victim of medical malpractice. The therapist says during a recent operation, it's unclear if it was the surgery to repair his heart or neck. The surgeon severed his phrenic nerve. The phrenic nerve, by the way, controls the diaphragm and is essential for breathing. So this would be horrifically tragic if this is the case.
But he got up and like he moved around. He didn't just come home. Like he had a couple of good days.
Right. Is that something that would have a delayed reaction or?
God, I think if you severed your a nerve that ran your diaphragm, I don't think that would take more than a few hours before you were in some kind of fucking major distress.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see as it plays out, as there was apparently an autopsy performed.
Has the body been cremated?
There was an autopsy beforehand, so I guess there will be answers. Public, not public yet, but maybe that's the reason. Don't know what the family's doing.
I just know my buddy's out of pain.
Yeah.
So. And where he wants to be.
Mm-hmm. There was a bit of, you spoke about Terry talking to, I forget the gentleman's name. Mel. And he talked about you in the wing. That got a little bit I saw that carried elsewhere, and that favorably covering that.
You know what? They say Rogan's found Christ.
Is this a new thing? I don't listen regularly. It depends who the guest is. But
I think I saw something in the last 2 or 3 days that Rogan had found Christ.
Well, all these people finding him, we should let me know where he is. I have questions. I need to know a few things before I follow anyone.
Do you think Epcot's hot? You just keep running your fucking dick sucker over there.
Oh, I'm not working. I want to so
have you ever
believe, Kevin.
I
do. There's a comfort in that.
Yeah, but have you ever asked for him like into your life?
What a hypocrite I would be sitting here questioning it, and then when I needed it,
But you don't
to
have
ask
to
for it.
It's not. It's not the wait till you're in a foxhole.
See, I think I would be that guy. Here I'm all being logical, sitting here at the podcast, being like, well, how is any of that possible? And then, holy fuck, help me, Jesus. Like, I think I would be the come to Jesus moment. And maybe that's valid. Maybe that's okay. Maybe that's when you realize you need it. I want so badly to have a firm, passionate belief like that. And I'm not being a dick.
See, but we all want to believe that everything is just absolute science. You know? But you won't believe that 9/11 was a fucking demolition. And the science proves that.
Proves that could be a whole other show, but
yeah, but it does.
But this is something.
I mean, that's as simple.
Even more mystical, though.
Is it?
You're asking me to believe in magic a little bit, right?
I don't know about magic. I don't know if it's magic.
And I want that. I would love that comfort, but I can't fake it. I can't put it on and wear it to church.
No,
it's got to be true.
There's been, like in 42 or 43, there was a rewrite of the Bible. And that's like when they took a bunch of different books out. And one of the books that was in the Bible before they did the edit, the 42, I'll just call it the 40s edit, was that there was nothing against homosexuality in the Bible. That was added. That was the Norman Rockwell add-on. And then there was, what was the other thing? I just fucking read all this shit the other day, too.
So, you remember when your father died?
Yeah.
And I remember you got dressed for church that Sunday. And your mom came in the room.
Yeah. She said there's no God. No God would take a father from 3 kids.
And what effect did that color your opinion of religion for the next 20 years or something? Or
no, because when I was a freshman at University of Tennessee, we played Fellowship of Christian Athletes, a team. And I went out to IHOP afterwards with one of the guys on the team.
Who won?
We did.
And you beat the Christians?
Yeah.
If there was a God, how would that happen?
It wasn't like we were the fucking Lions. We were just fucking University of Tennessee. We didn't eat them.
So you went to eat.
Went to eat, and it was like, and I was, I was already pretty in full gear on getting stoned and having beers after every game. And we went, and I remember having milk and an omelet, and I just remember he asked me if I had ever been saved, and I said no. And we did it right there in that booth.
Did what?
I asked Christ to be to come on the throne of my life and to guide my life.
And you're in college.
Yeah, I was 18 years old.
So you lived from 18 to 66 after that day, having that wholehearted, soul-deep belief.
Yeah. But there were times, that I would, I mean, we're so imperfect.
As humans, yeah. I mean, we're designed to fuck up.
Yeah, and I mean, there's, I'm sure I could have been such a like a Tim Tebow. Like I could have been that guy because but I was too busy fucking living the life of sin.
That's one of the attractive things in the brochure to me. First of all, Eric, in order, I think Afterlife is the biggest selling point of that car. The reason to buy in is it's not over. It's never over, brother. And that would feel really good to me to believe that. Second in the brochure, I think, is that being absolved of sin.
Right.
It's almost the get out of jail free card. That's a big selling point. I want some of that action too. But if you don't believe, I mean, a lot of people probably half-heartedly go through life.
But I think that when you go, when your soul or whatever, I always look at it. My thing is this, that I don't know exactly what it is. I know people that have had near death and seen a light, and the light say, "Come to me," and they've never felt anything more wonderful than this light. And they were like, "No, I can't go. I can't leave my son." And I told you that actress that lost her leg at that fair, and they medevacked her, and she slowly was like she basically was falling out of the bottom of the helicopter. She was looking up, and they were working on her.
Oh, out of body view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not over the top, underneath. And she said at that point, she said to her left, this incredible light and warmth, and it was pulling her. And she just basically, they just said, "Just let go." And she said, I can't leave my son. And she said, "Foomp," like in a millisecond, she was back in her body, and they were landing on top of the hospital. She could see this brick wall. Like she could see them, with the bag like they were working on her. And she woke up, and her dad was on one side of her bed, and her son was on the other. And she looked down, and she was missing like her leg, like from the knee down. And she was just like, "Fuck, man, like, wow, like I get to raise my boy."
Right.
So
I know. I've heard
also
stories,
heard that Charles Barkley's brother had a heart attack, and he it was a book called People That I don't know if I'm not going to just make up of it. It was a book about people that fucking saw the other. And he said that he left his body when they were working on him in the emergency room, and he could tell you everybody that was in the waiting room, what they had on. He says he took off. He says, and he came to. He said he looked down, and it was just fucking rivers of fire. So in other words, he was going the other way.
Right. And but because he lived, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
if
he
he's telling the
lived.
story, so he's able to trade that
Have
in.
another
Right.
chance.
Right.
So
and that's the other thing too, that when you have that moment that you had at the restaurant, and you accept this, you now have to shop for what form is it? Like, what are you going to go to the church where they sing and dance and shake and fall on the floor? Do you want to go to a Catholic church? Do you want to fuck with the snakes? Like those people, like you got to decide what uniform you're going to wear.
Well, number one, if you read, like, I have a person in my life that's a very good Christian, and if you wake up and it's the first day of the month, and you read Proverbs 1. Second day of the month, Proverbs 2. You just do that. You just read Proverbs, and that will start to put you on the path, because all you have to do is you just have to like program yourself to start, and you'll read parts of Proverbs and you'll be like, how the fuck can this book have been written so long ago and it'd be so spot on? Like so many of the things are so spot on.
How do you reconcile all the horrors of the world? If there's any force that's in control of what's happening.
Well, I don't think it works like that. I think it's energy. I almost like there's a part of me that connects my beliefs with Interstellar. When the daughter thinks that she's got a ghost in the room, and it's actually Matthew McConaughey from a different time. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like I've always said that.
I didn't see it. I don't.
Oh, jeez, it's very, very long. It's like almost 4 hours long, but it's one of those movies where if you're looking for something to believe in that's not, well, if you know, to me it's more of a
palatable belief
because
to have.
to me it's like if my energy bounces into T's energy
Mm-hmm.
on a different a different dimension, different whatever it is, because there's a scene in that movie where they leave and they land on this planet and it's water, and they realize that this fucking tsunami that's about a mile high is coming at them. They take off. They get out. They come back. They've been gone like an hour and a half. They go back to the main ship, and there's a black guy that they left behind. And that hour and a half was 35 years to him.
Mm.
And it was like the relativity of time. And so my energy bumps into T's energy, and it's a split second. Yet in that universe, that split second, 700,000 years. Then it's,
Mm-hmm.
so I look at, I mean, that's
Something like this, I can be a little more.
right.
It's the whole, there's a guy watching and making a list and checking it twice. Like
That's
that.
Santa Claus.
It's the same thing.
Eh,
The myth of that is based
I just,
on.
to me, I think there's no right, there's no wrong. I think that, like if you're a pure Christian, the only way to the afterlife is through Jesus Christ. It's not through God. Like Christ.
Is it through energy? You're talking about energy.
Well, I mean, people saw Christ 3 days after his death. Now, was that Christ's energy? See, I don't know. I mean, because I wasn't there.
Mhm.
But I just know that I want to believe. Like there's times I smell my mom's cologne or perfume.
Mm-hmm.
She wore there's just too many things that happen in your life,
Well, I understand what you're saying, and
people.
if I'm a sinner because I don't want to be a phony in the front row of church,
but
if
you
I don't
have
feel
to,
I belong there.
It's like people come up with this. You have to give 10% of your money to the church, and you have to do like. My God doesn't need my money.
No, absolutely. That's church. That's religion as an organization, and I'm not talking about. I'm talking
government.
about
That's
internal
government.
Right.
So, but I think I think it's like anything else in life, man. I think it's yours. You know, it's how you craft it. And you know, I don't mean that like you craft it to work around your sin. You know, like I know that like in the last 3 or 4 years of my life when I do something because it's just, you know, we do shit that's fucked up. And when I do something that's fucked up, especially just being fucking like being hateful, just being a fucking like not being a nice person when it's just I've gotten better at it, but I'm so short if it's not the world according to Nash. You know,
Correct.
it's just like if you pull in a fucking parking spot that's for handicapped people and you're overweight and that's your handicap, like that doesn't work for me. You should have a red fucking sticker on your car, and the red sticker should be fucking the last aisle in the parking lot, because what your ass needs to do is fucking walk.
Was that Psalms 5? I'm trying to remember
I
where
think
that was in the
I
Bible.
think that was Nash 316.
Nash 2. You know what makes all this discussion much easier, Kev? I'm going to need one of these right now after the first half hour of this show. Is Get Blitzed, of course. This is the high spot of the show, the high priest spot of the show here.
I'm not even stoned, and I'm going.
We're rolling.
Fuck, man.
Brought to you by our
Mickey.
friends at Get Blitzed, Mickey, Ray, and Courtney. What we're talking about here is the Get Blitzed Lit Aid mixers. Kliq this edition. I'm holding Sean's Blue Raz. You can get one of these handy dandy 4-packs at a 15% discount by using the code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q, at get-blitzed.com. What are we talking about? We are talking about this amazing mixer. I'm going to try some right here. I'm going to have more of this cultivated for you by your friends here at Kliq This. Kevin and I, our flavors. Kev's got Kev's Key Lime, by the way, which is rather delicious. If you prefer to be your own mixologist and not have the pre-made mixers in the can, then you can go to get-blitz.com and get their sip and syrup, their Delta 9 sip and syrup, where you mix the syrup in the beverage of your choice, which is a fine option. But I would challenge you to find a beverage that tastes better than what I'm holding in my hands right here, the Lit Aid mixer. The nano-infused, by the way, means it goes right into your bloodstream, bypasses breakdown in the liver. Fast onset with those syrups, so tread carefully. You don't need more than a teaspoon for that mellow, chill feeling. If you're in Maryland, go hit up a Stay Lit smoke shop. For the rest of us, it's legal in almost all 50 states to order without a med card, provided you're over 21. And right now, you could save that 15% by entering the code KLIQ at checkout, K-L-I-Q, get-blitz.com, get-blitzed.com. And don't forget to use that promo code KLIQ. Goes down smooth and makes you feel even more suave. Thank you, Get Blitzed. Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, America. Thank you, America, for make this drink available. Thank you, God, for make this THC beverage. If I'm gonna buy in, I'm gonna have to buy in that this is the work of a power greater than me and Mickey.
Well, I mean, it comes from the earth, and I don't think he put the cannabis plant on this planet to fucking make rope. So
when I brought up pot to Sheiky Baby on his U-shoot, he said, God make snake and God make the marijuana. I pointed out they were both green. That's
Life's
all I
simple.
could add to that.
Life's simple when you're the sheik.
You know what's more perplexing, Kevin? When I look at a map, an overhead heat map of the crime areas in Washington, D.C.,
right,
highlighted in red, the deeper the red, the more incidents.
Violent
and
crimes.
and they overlay the blue map of where the National Guard's been deployed, and it is not near those red areas. That's harder for me to reconcile in my head than accepting a greater power in my life.
See, it's
in
not
my godless, empty existence.
That's just incompetence. See,
It's got nothing to do with
nothing to do with God. That's just absolute, total incompetence. That's because they know if they bring a platoon of fat fucking weekend warriors to the west side of Chicago, day one, they're going to take 15 fucking casualties. You want to go someplace where the shit's live, go someplace where the shit's live. Don't sit around the Smithsonian and think there's going to be a fucking some kind of violent crime going down.
But even within D.C., and of course there's crime in D.C., the specific areas that you would imagine that they would have been dropped are not where they were. And maybe there's an explanation for this. I don't have it.
Yeah, because they don't want they want the optic of them doing something. I mean, so my wife goes to a therapist, and they were talking today, and she said, thank God, this is the therapist told my wife this, thank God that they're in Washington, D.C., because it's the most violent city in the world, more so than even places in Colombia. Where do you think she's fucking watching her news at?
Well, let's pull up this list, Kev.
Well,
Forget
I'm
about
just saying-
Colombia. Forget about the world.
Let's just go to the United States.
Let's talk about the U.S.
So the first place that you've decided that you're going to deploy the National Guard besides California, which just the fuck with Newsom. So the first place you're going to deploy is Washington, D.C., and if that was the case, you tell me, Sean, what? It's got to be, I mean, I know Memphis is number one.
Memphis is number one, actually.
I mean,
yes.
it's got to be number two then, right?
Well, if you're only off by 27, it's
son of a
number
bitch.
29, and this,
20.
for anyone who's going to bring up size, it's so small. This is per capita, so this is per 100,000
Yes.
people. So it is scaled per capita, and I'm looking at violent crime, by the way. I'm not talking about somebody who had their radio stolen. Nobody does that anymore, steals radios out of cars. That was big when I was a kid. So Memphis number one, and I'll give you the top 10. You asked about Detroit earlier.
We're always in the top 7, right?
You top 5. You're number 3.
Ah.
You're sure responsible. That's
I'm sitting down on Woodward with a sniper rifle, making sure I get my numbers.
That's 1,781 incidents per 100,000
What people don't understand, so if you go to Detroit and you see the renaissance of the city and everything, but man, you have no idea how big the square. Let me just look up how many square miles the city of Detroit is. Keep going.
Okay, yeah. So the list, which we have here. Let me see. So so number one.
What is Memphis? Does it have murders on there?
Yeah, sure.
I think didn't Memphis have over almost 400 murders?
Oh yeah. The number in total it's 40 per 100,000 people. Actually, 40.6 for murder, 69.9 rape per 100,000. Robbery was 348. Aggravated assault. So the total.
What was I going to look up?
You wanted to know the actual square miles of Detroit.
Yes.
A sprawling city, no doubt. So the top 10, if anyone was curious: Memphis, Tennessee; Oakland coming in at number 2. Detroit, Little Rock, Arkansas; Baltimore, Maryland; Cleveland, Kansas City, number 7.
139 square miles.
Right. And of course, like any other city, that doesn't mean it's 130 square miles of problems.
No, as I said, there's so many areas that have really. I saw a thing the other day where they had the top 10 houses that sold in Oakland County, which is right north of Wayne County, and the average price was like 1.3. I think the highest being 2.2.
Mm.
You
Wow.
know, it's just like Birmingham, Michigan, which kind of, I mean, it's always been a good area, but you can't touch a house in Birmingham for 7 figures now. Royal Oak, which is got some great areas, but Royal Oak also backs up to Boston Edison. Is where that used to be where all the mansions were. Like Berry Gordy from Motown had his mansion there, and that's kind of made a turnaround. There's a lot of people that are buying, 17,000 square foot houses for 600 grand and turning those things around. So
Yeah.
yeah,
The some of the cities that had more violent crime than DC surprised me in that list of 29. Like, for example, Anchorage, Alaska. It wouldn't have been one of my guesses. I've never been.
it's rough.
Is it? Okay. Patterson, New Jersey, which isn't too far from me, was at 26. Aurora, Colorado. More violent crime than DC. I'll give you the number if anyone would like actual facts. Per 100,000 for violent crime, Aurora was 727
Where's Birmingham at?
to DC's.
That
I'm
was
sorry,
always,
no, that wasn't the total.
That was always one of those cities that used to scare the fuck out of me.
Aurora's was 947 to DC's 925. What city did you ask?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, they're high. Top 10 maybe. No, 11. Number 11, Birmingham, at 1,246 violent crime, which is murder, rape, robbery, aggravated assault. Per 100,000.
Then I watched something, and I think you also read it, where there's a incredibly oversight on the amount of violent crime that is not reported in our country.
Yeah.
So these
a
are
lot of
these
the
are,
inner cities. There's a distrust of law enforcement.
right.
Not passing judgment, not saying right or wrong. I'm saying it's a reason people don't pick up the phone. There's also a fear of retaliation and retribution in a lot of our urban cities if they are the person who drops a dime.
I was told when I was a kid, like growing up, one of the things I was told by older people and that I was around is narcs don't live long. That stuck with me probably from 7, 8 years old. Oh, okay. Narcs don't live long. Gotcha.
Yeah. Snitches get stitches is a popular one I hear in communities all around me.
And if you piss in your car, take the engine out. Those are the 3 things.
That's religion. That's religion I can get on board with.
Fuck yeah.
And live with, Kev. So yeah, I thought it curious, as did you. While we're on the state of things in the country for a second, if you don't mind me, you did an appearance either with or for somebody who was manufacturing some custom wrestling figures to raise money for their wife.
His wife, yeah.
Who passed or is sick?
She passed.
She passed. Okay.
It was basically, God, I want to think she passed maybe a week before. It was a year and a week to when we did the signing.
God. So, but the reason I bring this up is it is on Kevin's social. If you would like to contribute. You can find it on Kevin's Instagram. But the reason I brought it up is you had a discussion with him about manufacturing.
Yeah.
And the manufacturing cost now because of the tariffs.
It cost him, the manufacturing was 30% from the figures that he had done. He's done like a Savage figure, and he's done a lot of different figures. And he told me that it was like unbelievable the amount that he's having to pay in tariffs.
You know.
Of course, that's just, it's a Democratic, talk point, but.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody in the auto sales industry, who said that people are coming into this, it's a luxury vehicle place, and people come in there, and when they talk price, and they do talk about, it's a foreign car we're talking about, they say to the salespeople's faces, the tariffs aren't real. Nothing's real anymore. We're in this world where it's a buffet of belief. You take as much as you want to believe that suits your personal life. Truth doesn't exist.
Everything is a witch hunt.
But almost makes me want to go back to religion when we talk about it.
I got to say something.
Please do.
I was expecting more from our president when he sat down with Putin. But to me, you gotta give people props where they're
sure
due. The fact that he flew a B-52 over the what is that? What is it? Just called a B-2? The one we fucking used to hit Iran.
I thought you were referencing the Singers of Love Shack.
No. I think it's just a B-2.
B-2 bomber. All right.
The big
I think you're right. The B-2 bomber.
The B-2 bomber, but he flew one of those with and then when Putin came over and met, and they walked out, those were all stealth, F-35 stealth fucking fighters, and so it was one of those.
One of those moments?
Yeah, I just, I see. My whole thing is Trump doesn't want to go to war, but Trump also doesn't want to be fucked with. And everybody's I was watching Lawrence O'Donnell the other night, and he's one of those guys, man, that just it's almost like he's like Jesse Waters on Fox. It's just too much, It's I like a little bit of fucking, chartreuse, but man, I don't want my fucking life painted chartreuse. And they both, O'Donnell was just going on and on and on, and I looked at my wife and I said, are we watching this to torture ourselves? Right. I said, man, this fucking guy, and he had this representative on from California, and they were, and he basically went into this, which is now tomorrow, which because we air Monday would be. It was last Friday.
Did you do this shit when Gene was holding the mic for you? You fuck.
Last Friday, when they finally, the Department of fucking Justice gave the Epstein to the subcommittee. So but this motherfucking guy from California went over 8 reasons why it was bogus and this, and I said, how about we get the fucking report first before we just go bonkers? How about we just...
Right. It's hard to debate what you can't see.
Yeah.
Which is what we did for the first half hour. Hard to debate what I can't see. I'm very Carlin that way.
Yeah, but can you feel it? If you shut your eyes and a woman gives you performs oral sex on you, do you have to see it, or can you just feel it and know that it's there?
Welcome to today's edition of the 700 Club. Today we'll be talking Psalm 7 and oral sex. Did O'Donnell, by the way, on that, Brooke, did he mention after Trump's summit with Putin in Alaska when he said he's going to go back to the United States? Was that covered at all?
Who's going back to the United States?
Trump, when he was done, he said he's going to consider it all
when
when he goes back. He was in Alaska.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. Which happens to be part of the United States. But I mean, I understand only since 1867. So.
Well, I allow people to fucking make mistakes.
All right. There's a gradient. If I'm the president of a nation and I'm in a state, I guess he's busy. He's busy. There's a lot to.
How many people? I mean, I just got back from Alaska, and
you didn't go to Anchorage, I hope.
No. There's boats full of people that are acting like Kubrick's going to start filming any moment because we're landing on the moon again. You know, so it's like,
you got that and the Trade Center in the same show.
Always do.
Some feedback from some folks who listened or watched last week. Puppet Master says Kev is spot on about Kross. He's another example of talent being buried because they got over on their own. I will share that Karrion Kross's first non-WWE wrestling date is near me here in New Jersey for Wrestle Pro. That's Pat Buck's promotion. I don't know if I'm allowed to say he's still in love, but it's still his. Very good outfit, very good indie outfit. Worked with them back in the Kayfabe Commentaries days. So that's going to be his first match on September 21st. That's a Sunday. If anyone wants to go out there, see Karrion. And I guess Dom already hot on the case against Richard Holiday. Great heel. Thank you, Dahmer. Pat Cobb 2180 says Nash is friends or friendly with everyone, really. Austin, Bret, Steiner, Kliq guys, DDP, Hogan. A lot of these guys don't like each other, but Nash is friendly with everyone. Nash must be a really nice guy to be around.
I think it's because I'm so fucking broad. I don't offend the Christians. I don't offend the.
Well, no, nor should anyone. I don't care what anyone believes in, as long as it's it makes you a good person and you don't infringe on anyone else's rights.
Agree.
You don't tell anyone else how to fucking live.
I guarantee
that they're wrong because of who they are.
I guarantee you that if everybody like. There was a period for a while there when Obama was president, and I thought that we were starting to become like a little bit united.
Me too.
As a country.
That's so funny you said that. I was just talking to somebody and I said I was in that administration.
I was just like,
we were done with the bullshit.
And it was almost like I said, wow, I said like this. I remember telling myself one time, like I forget what it was, but there was a certain kind of a kumbaya, and it might have been as simple as when we killed bin Laden, but I said like, wow, like this may be the second coming, because like this is as close as we're gonna get to having any kind of synchronicity, and then we know how that turned out.
Settle that back. Yeah, I did think the bullshit was kind of over. And not just because a black president was elected, which is significant enough when you look at the troubled history of some of this country, and not too fucking long ago also, by the way, in people's lifetimes that they would have remembered when Obama was elected. But the fact that he inherited a country with failing banking. We lost the mortgage industry. We lost the housing industry. We lost the auto industry. Nothing was left. The stock market was in the toilet. We had nothing. And by the end of the first term, he had turned it around and it was headed back in the right direction. And that's a big fucking steamship. That doesn't turn like a speedboat. Turning that shit around in the water takes a long ass time. And when that happened, I said, okay, past muster. And I think we're over some humps here in the United States. Boy, did we set that fucking shit back shortly thereafter.
Well, I think what happens is that the people that spout the loudest that they're Christians are the ones that kind of try to keep things at a little bit of disarray because they don't want.
They're the least accepting.
Yeah, there are so many things I've read and things I've seen where it's like so many Latino people got sucked into this Trump train, and now one couple was a couple miles from the border, and they both were American citizens, and they thought that they were going to be deported.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just like, wow, this is the second time this man had voted for President Trump. And he's just like, man, fucking boy, did he hoodwink me.
Right.
Like, I thought that, but at least we are going to paint the wall black. So that way there was, when you touch it, it will, even though there are fucking several hundred miles of no fence whatsoever, that I guess they're going to paint the ground around there. But
it brings to mind a Rolling Stones song, Paint Black. So what are the odds that pulling a lever gets you deported or at least detained?
Yeah.
There are plenty of those stories out there, and
but at the same time, though, I don't forget the feeling I had in my stomach when fucking the hotels in New York were filling with immigrants, and it was like so
the buses.
Yeah, but I mean
Texas
But it was because the borders were so porous. Like, I like having secure borders.
We've both said on this show that immigration is a problem and has been an issue for every president since I've been voting.
Yeah, since I've been alive.
That it has, no one has said things are fine. And it is the source of a lot of problems. It is a source of crowding. It's a source of crime in a lot of cities. Absolutely. But it's how do you fix the lawn is the question. Not there overgrowth.
And I look at it and I say, so let's use the National Guard, and what we'll do is, like, it's Hell Night in Detroit, and there's 11 homes on the fucking block, and 5 of them are on fire. We'll send the fucking fire department to the ones that aren't on fire. See, that's good logic. That's how because what's the chances of those going up in flames if you got the fucking fire department? Yeah, the one next to is on fire, but you're away from it far enough where you can, get a good view of the fire, but then make sure that next house doesn't catch on fire. So that's
step way back.
Way the fuck back.
Maybe like Paris, which brings to mind Clash at Paris, which is coming for the WWE Universe. And what is on my mind when I think about Clash at Paris right now?
Blue Chew?
MyBookie. Because I can
I've never seen her, so I don't know.
So I can lay some action on what's going to be happening. Let's look at the card here. All right, John Cena, Logan Paul. Okay, this one may break the internet. You got the GOAT and the viral megastar. One's built on legacy, the other on views, but both are drawing serious action on MyBookie. Match winners, the method of victory, surprise run-ins. Best believe if it can happen in the ring, you can bet on it with MyBookie.
Logan Paul is such not a mark. I know that he's not going over.
And look, the football season's right around the corner, okay? And so this is going to be prime time to cash in, all right?
Finally.
Yeah, right. I've been starving for football. Even watched some preseason this week.
Oh, geez. And you're like, oh, fuck, they're going to play the starting quarterback. Yeah, for a fucking series. Like, ugh.
It's just, there's something about the gridiron and the action. I know I'm watching third stringers by the time the halftime's over, but be that as it may, the season is just a week or so away, and MyBookie can be your headquarters for all things, not just the WWE action I was talking about, but football. If you're new to MyBookie, this is going to blow your mind. Kevin, this is going to blow people's friggin' minds when I tell them this deal right here. If you're a new MyBookie client and you use our code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q, any bet you choose up to $500 is fully covered. Make your play. If it doesn't hit, you get it right back when you opt in using the Bet Back token. Listen, Clash at Paris is going down. Football's on deck. It's a damn good time to be a bettor. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Don't forget your code KLIQ, K-L-I-Q. Use that Bet Back token. And your bet up to $500 is covered. Thank you, MyBookie.
I got to throw one out. I watched it was on Prime.
Okay.
This is for the basketball.
Was that a little Mel Tillis you had right there? What the fuck was going on?
It might have been.
Go ahead.
This is for the basketballers, the hoop Nazis. Diane Taurasi played at Connecticut. She won 3 national championships at Connecticut. She was first round selected by the Phoenix Mercury. She had, I think she ended up winning 3 championships there. Went over to Russia, won a bunch of European Cup things. Their fucking owner of their team got murdered. It's a 3 series piece on her, and she's so fucking, like, everybody's talking about Caitlin Clark right now, and like Taurasi was like fucking light years before her, and just like if Taurasi would have had social media, because Taurasi had fucking, like, she was a gangster, white girl, but I mean, she fucking talked shit. She fucking like played dirty, like, you know, but it's her 20-year career, and 20 years in the pros. She's got the most gold medals of any athlete in basketball, men or women. She's won 6, and just really kind of good. I always really liked her game, but watching and kind of getting you get that smidget of getting to know her. But I think they did a good job of explaining who she is, and like, her parents are from Argentina. They don't speak any English to this day. You know, and she grew up in San Diego, and she ended up in
Are they here legally? Do we know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just if you like basketball, and then if you've got into this women's craze, WNBA craze with with Caitlin. This is kind of the fucking Taurasi's like the OG.
All right.
So just want to
Very
throw
good.
that out there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So
Very good. Rob W. Bailey thoroughly enjoyed this show last week. He said, I love when he talks about the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. I grew up a few towns over, and that was our concert venue. I've seen a few shows there and don't disagree with his view of it. We covered the tapings that you guys did there last week in the inadequate restroom facilities as well as locker room. And was that the worst venue for TV that you did?
we did like Liberty High School, I think.
You ran high schools for? You told me, and they had to hide the. Did you tell me this?
No,
or Sean?
they didn't hide. The first time we used it, they had a clock on the wall, like Big Ben, and it was unbelievable.
But like the basket, the backboards and stuff. Were,
it
were
was
visible
all.
in-
It was just. Yeah, no, it was just that was right. That was right in the like kind of the groove of ham sandwich.
Right.
Like that was when we were hitting on all cylinders.
Are you guys walking into these buildings when you're carrying your bags? And
We're big stars, man.
no, I know you're big stars, but you guys had worked at one time in what am I looking at, Steve? I see Monday Night Raw. These are all the events at the high school? Liberty High School. They shot there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
Yeah, but some of them would have been. See, they mock.
Oh, those are air. Okay, so those are air dates. So a couple of those were shot on the same day.
So that's 1,
2, 3,
2,
4,
3.
5. It's 5.
I think it's 3.
Oh, 3. Oh, okay? So you
Because
shoot 3.
there's 3 challenges. There's 3 action zones
And 3 Raws. Oh, 4
There's
Raws.
4 Raws. Yeah. I wonder where we went to shoot the other. But yeah, because we would work. We would shoot 3 like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh.
Imagine going to a high school for 3 straight days.
I'm looking at the air dates here, though, and they all air a week apart from December 12th through January 22nd, which would mean they all would have had to have been taped, like in succession.
Yeah.
You shot at the same venue 3 times in a month? Oofa.
You did it every time. You went
No,
someplace.
3. No. You'd shoot 3 shows in a night, but all of these aired within a month and a half of each other. So that means you had to shoot all 12 of those.
Yeah.
Ooh. Who's walking in going, this is fucking ridiculous? Which one of the veterans that's worked the Omni or the Garden? Doink was on the card as well.
Dude, when you're going up Hamburger Hill for the fucking 33rd time and you're taking casualties every time, it's like you're so operally conditioned to fucking bullshit.
I guess.
Yeah, let me not take the guaranteed money.
Well, no, I know, but
Fuck, man.
it must destroy your soul.
Let me pull that back up.
You want to see the card, Kev?
Let's see if
you were not on that show that I'm looking at right here.
That must have been dark every night.
I'm from Detroit. Let's see. This is you had to be on in these cards. This is December '94. Quang. These are all squashes, and you when did you win the title? What? December.
No, I think it was November 27th, 1994.
4, right? Okay, so you already have the title. That's why you're not working these squashes, because you probably had a dark main event,
right,
against Yoko or some shit. Taste Test Titan said, Bret just feels that if anyone doesn't kiss his entitled ass, that he's being disrespected. How long will he continue to cry about everything? It's getting old, Bret. Time marches on, and you need to be on to other things and quit thinking everyone needs to bow down before you. Your phone call discussion with him that you talked about last week, where you explained that you, though you weren't even there in the seat at SummerSlam, but beyond that, you stopped going to the live events because of that overcrowding and them promising seats and not having seats. So when you had that discussion, was there an understanding that this was not personal?
I told him, I said, man, I said, it's just, when that ticket costs $22,000 or whatever it costs, it's like, you think you're going to put your ass in that motherfucker?
Yeah. Understood. Taz Mission Plex. No one is going to mention how jacked Kev looks. Holy shit, brother. I hope at your age I could look half as good as you. There were a few comments. Were you in a tank last week, maybe?
I wore that. I had a wolf pack.
Okay.
I trained. I had one on today. I trained. I always train before I come down here. And I said, fuck. I said, they're going to think I'm some fucking freak if I don't wear a damn T-shirt. Because I was in a tank. But it's so fucking hot down here.
Yeah. It is not here. It was 60 last night, if you could believe that. So, all right. So, since it's noticeable to others and it's being commented on, where are you back to your pre-op weight?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm right. I'm like 290-ish.
Okay.
Like I'm right between 288 and 282 every morning.
What about the with the workouts? Are you?
This bicep is a half an inch smaller still than this one.
What about the weight you're lifting?
I'm training differently. So I'm actually probably handling a little bit more weight, but I've went down in my reps. I'm doing more sets of 8 than 12s. And I'm doing less work sets. So it seems to be working. I mean, people that have seen me, they said, I look much bigger.
Which exercise was the hardest one to do given the bicep and shoulder? Was it the bench? Was it curls? Was it pull downs?
No, it's when you're fucking shoulder. So if you're in a sling like this and you're like that for 12 fucking weeks, I mean, you're doing shit out of it, but you're only out of it like for me, I was out of it maybe 5 times a day to do my rehab. And my rehab would maybe be 25 minutes to a half hour. So the rest of the time, it's jammed in there. Then you're sleeping in a fucking recliner. So when you get the go, then it's like, this side's absolutely fine. This one's fucked up. So for me, I've always just done hammer strength. And so you're going to do hammer strength incline curl or incline presses up for your chest. I might put a 45 on my right side and then do 30 reps and then put a fucking 10 on this side and do 30 reps because, until it catches up. So that way because there's a cross, your body will mechanize it'll fire your bad side faster.
Oh, interesting.
But it's, I look back at it now and I look at, like I had my operation in January. So fuck, man, it's a long time ago.
Long time ago, but plenty of time to do damage to a nation. January to August.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Marvel at how much has been done in 8 months, including your workouts and you getting
but
back
you know what?
into
Like,
fighting shape.
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a part? I got like that Detroit hustle in me. So like when you tell me that the motherfucker's made like $3 billion since he's been in office this time, there's a part of me that kind of just goes like, that motherfucker. Like, I don't know, man. It's like, I think Chappelle hit a nerve when he said that when he came out there against Hillary and said, you know, she was saying how he didn't pay his tax. He says, yeah, I beat the system. It's like, there's a party of that fucking, that's America.
But it's important to draw a distinction between being somebody who invents something really cool that solves a problem or that people love to use, or you sing a song that connects with people and you make $1 zillion, or you make a film that so many people can relate to. There's shortcuts. I'm making my own crypto. Bafangul, you're making your own crypto. Cutting the line and picking someone's pocket is not fucking making money. It's acquiring money. But there are gradients in the way that you do that. And some deserve admiration. And some, when you bend policy to do it via pilfering, $4.7 trillion to justify tax breaks, or finding ways to avoid paying taxes, while those that you talked about making $21,000, they're going to get that wicked $40 tax break.
Oh, I mean, it's my whole thing is everybody fucking played this game the first time. Everybody sat at the fucking board. We watched him every time we'd be like, how the fuck did he get another 500? Oh, he's the banker. He's fucking, while you're getting your pass and go, he's fucking slipping another 500 over there. When did he get the fucking all the railroads? Oh, he just took them. So it's just like everybody played the game, and now it's like he pulls the fucking board back out, and more motherfuckers jump on it. So to me, it's just like,
oh, listen, we are
I'm
largely a stupid populace. I'm not debating that.
Like I said, that my wife's therapist, I love her to death. She brought me back from a quad injury. I thought she was smarter than that. For her to tell my wife that Washington, D.C. is fucking like the most violent city in the world, I'm just like, wow. I know you have a full fucking plate. And then you realize even like people that are schooled and intelligent and great at what they do, it's easier fucking to listen and absorb somebody else's bullshit and make that your position and make that your facts than it is for you to actually fucking take a proactive fucking stance and do some fucking research and do some, like, get your own fucking like, somebody could tell me something and I say, it's like we were talking about earlier about religion. Everybody's going to fucking come up with a 1,000 different fucking, if you're like you and I. If you're just a fucking sheep and this is the way it is and there's no other way to do it, that's not going to work for me.
You know why, Kevin? It's not because your wife's therapist is dumb or doesn't have time to Google. It's the cultist belief system.
Yes.
Because cult leaders get their blind followers to think that the cult is them. So by try to get someone out of a cult and say, listen, this fucking person is killing you, or draining you.
Look at those
of money or whatever.
Scientologists, man. That you ever watch that special called Clear?
Clear or Going
That
Clear, I think it was
the
called. right?
fucking
Going
dude
Clear.
that is on that Chicago PD. He was like, he just had a fruition one day. He goes like, I've given these motherfuckers like $900,000. Like, what the fuck? Like, and now I'm at the position where they put me in a room and they tell me fucking about Zorg and some fucking spaceship and all this. And he's like, what the fuck?
Right.
You know?
But a lot of people, I mean, he backed out at Zorg or whatever the
Right.
fuck. But a lot of people don't.
Because-
Jonestown, they drank the Kool-Aid, right? That's the
Yeah.
expression comes from the mass suicide. They were willing to. These weren't idiots. These
And
were.
you know what the most fucked up thing about all that is? Is fucking Reverend Jimmy Jones. He fucking made sure it had red dye in it. He went that hard. It was the red Kool-Aid. He went with this. We went with the fucking cherry. So we gave him a little dose of red dye, number 3.
For your wife's therapist to go, not the fucking crime-riddled city. That's an admission of her error, her cult. That's disbelieving her master and her cult. And that's the problem, is that cultist mentality. They're indoctrinated. They've bought in. They're happy to argue twisted facts and ignore facts that don't support what they say because it's an admission of a personal guilt. And
How many times have you watched one of those shows and those people will be like, and they'll be talking to the people that voted for Trump, and they'll ask them questions, and they'll just throw out shit, and you'll be just like, holy fuck, like,
yeah,
it's unbelievable. But I think it takes a certain personality. So many people feel it doesn't matter anyway because they're powerless. A lot of people are afraid that if you run your mouth, they're going to come take you away. And I don't know if I was half Latino, if I'd be fucking taking the stand that I have.
there are plenty of non-Latinos that walk around believing Hillary Clinton was drinking the blood of babies in the basement of a pizzeria. And, you know, it's not out of fear they believe this. It's again, my master has told me this, so it is true. I didn't think we were as weak a people as we are, but we clearly are. And we, in a collective sense, deserve what we get after this autocratic time that we're living through.
J.D. Vance versus fucking Gavin.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Probably that's what it's looking like now. Hey, if you guys want to enjoy this fun from the pre-show through the show, get the show early without commercials, ask us questions here and at the Ask Nash segment at the end. You're going to go to KliqThisTV.com, sign up, become part of the 11 Soft Club. And that's it. You're in. You're in this cult. You're in this cult. There's room for you. You don't have to agree. We won't make you drink the Kool-Aid. You don't have to agree. But we want you to be part of the show. And also, please, the Kliq This shop is open and shipping T-shirts and beanies and tigers and bears, oh my, to your home. KliqThisShop.com. Kev, I watched Raw. The from Philadelphia.
Right.
So they opened with Paul Heyman, and it
Great
was
fucking house.
good, great house. Philly's always a good crowd, right? I mean, yeah.
You know what's funny was I watched the SmackDown from the week before, and I forget what I never worked with the guy. So he's the guy that does football. he does NFL football and
Okay.
college football. But he also he's the head announcer for SmackDown. Do you know who his name is?
Steve
Yeah.
Tessitore.
And so because he's a sports guy, and he's like, here we are at TV Waterhouse, and and he started to go into the whole, because they showed this shot of the banners, and he almost fell into he was in the Boston Gardens, and he wasn't in the Boston Gardens. Only one of them motherfucking banners up there from the fucking new.
Was from the new building. Yeah.
It was really funny though. I watched it and I caught it and I just went like, but it was like he didn't bobble it. He didn't. I was just like, nicely fucking done. Like I would have went to, because I'm thinking the same thing. I'm like, wow, like what do you do when it's like when they tear the garden down, and someday they will,
Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, they'll tear the garden down, and because the fucking Chinese don't like fucking round buildings. I found that. So when China fucking's running the fucking show, they're gonna get rid of the garden. Just hearsay right now.
Gonna say, do you have some information?
Well, that's why I'm buying Bitcoin, because they keep telling me that the dollar's going to be fucking worthless. And so if the Bitcoin's worth $121,000 and the dollar's fucking worthless, what's the Bitcoin worth? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't think that one all the way out, did you, before you tried to sell me into that bullshit? So
the opening in Philly is Paul Heyman.
Yes.
Who says in his opening,
I think did Todd get hot?
So I was on Todd's show last night. It hasn't aired yet, but he asked me about it. And I told him it's a business adage. I don't remember where I heard it, what class I was in, what book I read it in, but it is, think Revolutionary War times, Kev. They'd line up two forces facing each other, the firing lines, right? They take the musket, load, aim, fire, advance. Load, aim, fire, advance. Now, eventually, as the two sides get near each other, one's going to be losing more people than the other, and they have to begin to retreat.
Or you can fix bayonets.
And charge, right.
Yeah.
So the retreating side is going to hunker down, and all they're going to be able to do, hunker down, because they're not advancing, is respond to the advancers' fire. Poke up after the initial fire and try to take out as many as they can to hopefully get the sides close. And in business, you are either advancing and firing, or you're the person responding to the competitor's new product, trying to make yours like theirs, trying to make your car look like their car if you're in the auto industry, trying to make that hamburger taste a little like that real popular one. So I always was aware in running my companies, am I advancing or am I responding? Am I hunkered down, firing back? And Monday night in Philadelphia, Paul Heyman showed that in that city, he's hunkered down and he's returning fire. He's responding. When he said, I am God. Fun for the promo, but that verbiage was no accident.
No.
What I did particularly like about that show, they did Naomi did a pregnancy promo where she announced that,
stayed heel.
She's champion and stayed heel, Kevin. That's it. So tough. How do you fucking pull that off? You're going to say that a blessed event is coming. But she went out there and said she's not giving them a fucking title back. Someone can come try and take it. And if she's got to defend it holding the baby, she will. I fucking popped. I love that shit. Unapologetic. Not afraid of criticism, and also keeping consistent with the character. The fact that she was pregnant did not change who she was.
Right.
I thought that was pretty bold. And then the main event was the, I guess, in a nod to Philly.
I can't take the fucking
What?
the Japanese women yelling.
It's kind of like in tennis when there were certain ones that would scream.
Monica Seles was the one.
Was
that got,
she one of them?
She got stabbed. Remember?
She had a grunt, didn't she? Grunt.
Yeah, but I mean, it was kind of a grunt scream.
Yeah.
When they went back and forth, and then Io Sky told them to stop, but it was like more shrieky, and I was just like, "Whew."
Yeah, maybe someone in the truck could go.
But then
Pot that down.
like Rhea was like in that that setup.
Mm-hmm. For the run at the end, yeah. Kev, hardcore matches in today's product, today's talent, the things we know today about CTE, risk, all risk. Should we have them in the majors?
Well, to me, it's are we PG 13? Are we? I mean, because to me, like, as soon as you do something that's becomes too hardcore, then it's. I think you're taking. I just think it kind of crosses that line. Like you gotta. They're so worried about language, and I think that sometimes they allow a little bit too much violence.
But also from a health standpoint, from a well-being standpoint of the,
if you're
it's
stupid
too
enough,
unpredictable.
you know, and if you're stupid enough, no fucking buddy's gonna tell you you got to do that. If you're stupid enough to do that, that's your prerogative.
There was a moment there when Braun looked like he hurt his leg with that shopping cart thing. I don't know if that was legit or if it was just part of the
Sure, all that
part
shit.
of the work.
It's like anything else. It hurts, but your adrenaline's going. The crowd, you keep going, and then fucking you take that hot shower and you get in the car. You get back to your fucking hotel, and you're like, oh fuck, I had legs tomorrow. I'm not gonna be able to train. Like, for what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for fucking what? I look at my life and I look at some of the stupid shit I did. It's just like, you know, I woke up this morning, man. It was just one of those days where just like everything fucking hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, God.
You know what's going to hurt? What it's going to cost a WWE fan to watch all their programming next year.
Holy shit, $360 to fucking that ESPN thing.
Mm-hmm. I saw today that Peacock is still in the game because they're going to be airing, I guess, 4 Saturday night main events a year.
Let me fucking keep that fucking $10 fucking. You know, like I said, I'm going back to Rocket. I told you this today. I'm going back to Rocket, and I'm fucking cleaning house. If I don't need it, me and Tamara are doing it with apparel. People say that 90% of the clothes in your closets you never wear.
Mm.
And I was looking through these. It's like there's like 4 sweet spots of T-shirts in my closet on hangers, and the rest of them are just shit that I would never wear.
Right.
And I'm thinking like they just fucking gotta go, man.
Yeah, that's helpful. There's some things are evergreen. You can hang on for a long time. They stay in good shape.
But there's certain fucking programming, man, that's just like, I don't know, do I need it?
I mean, what need is an interesting thing. How much do we need? Do we need 5 pairs of jeans? Do you need a Gucci beanie? Doesn't mean you shouldn't have one, but do you need it? Do you need a Lamborghini Huracan Stirato? But guess what? As I hold up my Ridge wallet,
Oh.
You know Ridge. They make these amazing wallets. We talked about. T was kind of the early adapter in these.
T was on the Ridge before they were even Ridge.
They also make luggage and premium everyday gear, but they are doing their legendary sweepstakes for the 5th time, and it's freaking insane. 2 lucky winners will get to choose from a $280,000 Lamborghini Huracan Storado, a $100,000 Hennessy Velociraptor, or $100,000 in cash. How about that? Courtesy of Ridge.
Take the cash, that way you can pay the taxes and you come out.
So of those 3, the Lamborghini, the Hennessy Velociraptor, or $100,000 in cash, you'd take the cash.
Yeah.
I might too.
Because if you take the Lamborghini, you're it's a $200,000 car, and you're going to have to pay the taxes on it.
And it's made overseas. Lamborghini's an Italian car. What's the tariff rate on Italy? Have we talked
Italy?
about this?
I don't know. I think we worked out a deal. We're selling them tanks. I don't know what the.
There are only 1,500 of those Lamborghini Huracan Storados that exist, and Ridge is giving you the chance to take one.
That's what I need in life, is a car I can't get my hog in, let alone my body.
V10, 610 horsepower. Now I'm talking your language. The Hennessy Velociraptor, 558 horsepower, twin turbo.
They just passed the thing down here now where if you go over 100 miles an hour, you go to jail.
In Florida?
Florida, yeah.
All right.
100 miles an hour, you're going to jail.
And it's almost hard not to do that when you pull your Velociraptor out onto
It's hard to do that in a fucking Camry. Fuck, man. Everything fucking, every electric car fucking goes from 0 to 90 in 3 seconds.
You're all asking, how the hell can we do this? You can enter completely for free at ridge.com, RIDGE.com. Take your shot. What the hell you got to lose? While you're there, why don't you grab a Ridge wallet? I'm holding mine right here. 50 colors and styles. If you don't want my rather loud orange that I enjoy, there are 50 colors and styles. And Ridge wallet, it's not just functional, it's personal. You want a sleek, black, forged carbon fiber wallet, then go freaking get it. You want your favorite NFL team on your wallet? You got that too. Ridge isn't just about wallets. Don't forget all the other premium everyday carry essentials like key cases, suitcases, rings that they offer. So if you're ready to upgrade your wallet and maybe your ride, get one of those whips I talked about, or just $100,000 cash, for a limited time, head to ridge.com. Use the code Kliq, K-L-I-Q, at checkout for 10% off your order and a chance to win Ridge's biggest sweepstakes ever, the Lamborghini, the Velociraptor, or $100,000 in cash. No purchase necessary, by the way, to enter. But every dollar you spend gets you more entries. That's ridge.com. Use Kliq, K-L-I-Q. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support the show. Tell them it was Kliq this. Kev, how about a Dear Sexy? I have 2 folks here who have written into Dear Abby and I guess got their solicited advice. But what if Kevin Nash was the one to give them their advice? So the first letter is, Dear Sexy, my sister-in-law is her alcoholic husband's enabler. He has health conditions that make walking difficult. He falls down often, can't make it to the bathroom. Being drunk all the time, he consumes a 5th of vodka every 2 days. Also prevents him from getting the surgery he needs. My sister-in-law buys his liquor for him. She says if she doesn't, he will drive himself, endangering others. She's tried talking to his doctors, friends, family, priest, and rehab facilities. He won't go or listen. Taking care of him is wearing her down. Desperate to help her, I took her to an Al-Anon meeting so she could get support, but she found it boring. I realize this is out of my control, and I'm finding it hard to listen and sympathize when she complains. What now? That was from Enabler's sister-in-law.
Ask him if he wants to be cremated or buried. I mean, he's dead, man.
And though not her responsibility,
No.
the sister-in-law.
I would pull away from the fucking situation.
Yeah. Hard. You cut off family though, and that comes with a price too, right?
Yeah, I've been down that path too many times.
Then you just got to walk away. That's what I'm hearing.
Unless you want a fucking, front row seat to the chaos.
Right. All right, second letter. Dear Sexy, I am a 67-year-old man who has 2 sisters. Recently, I was at my younger sister Mitzi's house installing some blinds. While there, I received a phone call from my girlfriend. We've been together for 9 months after my wife passed last year. My girlfriend and I were discussing finances, including the topic of my older sister, Carolyn, borrowing money last year. A few days later, Carolyn called me, upset that I had discussed our financial arrangement with my girlfriend. It turns out Mitzi had recorded the conversation. Now both sisters are mad at me. This all started when I told Mitzi that associating with her ex-husband, who verbally and physically abused her years earlier, was a mistake. He was arrested for domestic violence and incarcerated for a while for committing other crimes. Mitzi did not have my permission to share the recording I had no knowledge of. She was not a participant in the conversation. Now my girlfriend is concerned because she was looking forward to building a good relationship with my sisters and does not think Carolyn will let her. Any advice? That's from Drama Filled in New York.
Jeez, I mean, that's 2 good ones there.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So your sister records you talking to your girlfriend about having lent money to the other sister, and then unknowingly, and then shares that recording with your older sister, and now the older sister's mad at you for having had the conversation with your girlfriend.
I think it's I would definitely I wouldn't talk to either one of the sisters.
Yeah, this is clearly not this guy's fault.
No.
This guy's in no way, and his girlfriend is just being hit with the shrapnel of the shitty, evil stepsisters here.
Yeah.
They weren't stepsisters; they're sisters, but it's much more fun when I put it in a fairy tale context.
I'd dump them.
We're walking away from family this week. We're walking away from the
other one's
sister-in-law.
Enabling. That's an in-law situation.
Yeah, but your spouse, it's your spouse's sibling. You'd have to stay home when they went to visit.
50 ways to leave your lover.
You will not be leaving your lover if you load up on Blue Chew.
Oof.
All right, this is
no, she won't be leaving you.
That's true. That, guys, we're not just talking about a tablet here. We're talking about a cheat code for your crotch: stronger, harder, longer lasting. Those are the 3 phrases I want you to keep in mind. I just read a testimonial last week about somebody whose wife became a very big fan. She become a fan of the mushroom. The original brand offering chewable tablets for better sex. All right, and it's not just about performance. You want a good showing. Your lady's going to be with her friends. They're going to be talking. You want a good report card. So give everybody something to talk about. And listen, take any of that anticipation worry out from yourself so that you know when it's time to get out of the batter's box and get up to the plate, you can swing the wood, right? And get on base. Maybe hit a home run. You'll hit a home run every time with Blue Chew. Now I'm just riffing because I'm exhausted. You'll hit a home run every time with Blue Chew. Get out of the batter's box and swing the wood. The fuck am I talking about? I'll tell you what, we got a special deal for listeners. As always, you're going to get your first month of Blue Chew free if you use the promo code NASH at checkout, NASH. Just pay $5 for shipping so they can get you the love. Best part about this process, everybody, it's all online. You're going to go to the website, bluechew.com. You're going to apply. You're going to get connected with a licensed medical provider who's going to approve the prescription. It comes to you in the mail, and then you're ready to rock. You're on the team. You're swinging the wood. Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to bluechew.com for details and important safety info. And thanks to Blue Chew, once again, for being our oldest and most steadfast advertiser.
Edith loves it.
Oh, Archie.
Archie, you're going to make me squirt. Yeah, yeah,
Boy, there's an episode I'm glad I missed.
yeah.
All right, click this, the Kevin Nash podcast. We are back. And, you know, I'm getting a little peckish. So I whipped out my magic spoon to stick in my mouth. If you've been with the show any amount of time, you know that what I'm talking about is magic spoon making high protein, zero sugar cereal, which is in my hand. This is the frosted little flaky things. But treats also, all reinvented from our nostalgic childhood flavors that we loved. And the brand new high protein granola, which is now on the market, true to the magic spoon promise, packed with protein. And also very crunchy, too, I might add. The treats, high protein, crispy, crunchy, airy treats are an easy way to get 12 grams of protein on the go. Mouth-watering flavors like marshmallow, chocolate peanut butter, dark chocolate. The granola, for Christ's sake, 13 grams of protein and zero added sugar. Throw some of that granola on something in the morning and get yourself going. Delicious flavors there as well, by the way. Dark chocolate almond. I like the honey almond myself. But they also have peanut butter. Guys, get $5 off your purchase at magicspoon.com/Kliq, Kliq, or you can look for Magic Spoon on Amazon or in your nearest grocery store. I see them on the shelves at all the big box stores. But if you go to the website, we're going to have them knock $5 off for ya. So go to magicspoon.com/Kliq for that $5 off. Thank you, Magic Spoon. And it is time for hashtag AskNash. Our lucky fans who are a part of the 11 Soft Club for having gone to clickthistv.com and signing up are going to get first crack at these questions, like Mark Caps, 3 random NBA or ABA players for your opinion. Detlef Schrempf, God, there's a name I have not heard in a minute. The other 2 I don't think I know. Detlef Schrempf, would he play for Seattle?
Yeah.
George McGinnis and George Gervin.
What's the question?
Just your opinions on each.
Detlef was like kind of one of the early Euro guys, that could kind of do everything. He was actually bigger than, I think he was like 6'10".
Mm-hmm.
George McGinnis played for the Pacers. He was a Bull. He ended up with the 76ers. I think he won a championship with them. And Gervin was a Detroit kid. I think he went to McKenzie High School. Went to Eastern Michigan. He was a ABA. He was one of the highest. I think he probably averaged like 30 points a game.
Okay. Send me another one. Matt. Kev, have you been to Brockton? That's Rocky Marciano's hometown.
No, I don't know. Is it Brockton, Mass?
Massachusetts, I think, yeah.
I'm Johnny Cash. I've been everywhere, man.
Right. What'd you tell me today? You said if there's a building near it that seats 3,000
yeah,
people, I've been there.
there's a building that's near the hills. I've been everywhere, man. It's like,
All right. Tyler Blair, any more car stories riding with Austin or Pillman? Did you ride with Brian?
yeah, it was me, Pillman, Austin, and Dundee for a while. They were the Hollywood Blondes.
Mm-hmm.
I always got along with Brian. He was crazy as fuck, but
Yeah, they tried to turn that into a gimmick. Yeah,
wasn't
in an angle.
wasn't far off it.
Right. Went a little nuts with the gun and stuff, but that might have been a Russo thing. I don't know. I'll have to ask him.
I don't think he was there then.
No? Okay. Who else? Ivan's True Family Stories. When I speak to family about our deceased relatives, what is your advice on the best way to do so? Should I ask for permission? Something you've taught me is not to pick at people's scabs.
I mean,
What do you want to know? Like, what are you
it's-
trying to... What's the context? I guess it's all about context,
yeah,
right? Like, if it's something tragic, and then you may want to think twice about bringing it up. But
even if it's just, I mean, it's not one of those, wow, you kind of seem fucking bummed out, man. You want to talk about one of our relatives that died, pick you up? It's just not one of the, it's just, I mean, Tamara and I found some pictures, some baby pictures of T, like when he was 4 months old, and oh man, it was just,
yeah,
you
talk about a scab. Yeah,
it's just.
Those photos will definitely get under the scab.
Trish Strategist lost her mom.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I left her a message, and I said, as much as I hate to, I said I don't want to be disrespectful. At the same time, I don't want to fucking pick at pull at your scab. But it's just like, I tell people all the time, like, time doesn't get better with time. It's never going to be the same, and you just have to move forward. Especially if you have children, you got to be, and try to stay positive.
Mm-hmm. All right. Who else in the 11 Soft Club? Ace Ramon. Hey, Ace. Do you have any crazy barracks stories? When I was in, we pierced a guy's nipples with a paperclip.
No,
It's fucking hot.
We were MPs. We were military police. It was kind of, we were under a pretty fucking, we were top secret clearance.
You weren't the nipple piercing crowd, I guess.
No.
Guarding a nuclear fucking missile.
We were worried about getting off the nuke site, getting to the gym, and having some beers.
All right. Thank you, Ace. Instagram, a wrestling historian, at the Vengeance 2002 pay-per-view, what was the original plan with Triple H? Was he going to say yes or no to joining the NWO? Thanks in advance.
I think he said no, didn't he?
But was it always, was anything different, or?
I hate to be that guy, but man, I don't even know what Vengeance. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
It was 23 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what pants I had on. That's when I came back. I think I came back from my quad tear.
All right, send me one more, Steve. Send me one more, Baba. Humberto Ramos. Did you hear JR praise you as an all-around athlete and how hard it was to turn you heel as Diesel?
No, that's sweet of him.
Was that on his podcast? Do we know? Dom always has his finger on the wrestling media. Was that on JR's or Grillin' with JR, I think it's called? Not sure. Oh, okay.
I was watching a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was JR talking about, I guess, Vince did a pretty lengthy interview after the Hogan thing. And it was funny because JR said, fuck, I don't know who did his makeup, but he looked horrible. Not like I got anything to fucking say, talk about, but I just love JR. He's so fucking, he's a good motherfucker.
I saw Edgar Watson popped up. Let me get Edgar here before we sign off. Kevin Nash, I'm turning 52 Sunday and will be 6 years sober in November. Any health advice for an aging wrestling fan moving forward?
Yeah, so I go get my blood work done, right? And the reason I stopped drinking was my liver enzymes were like in the high 30s. So I stopped drinking, and after the 90 days, I come back and my AST and ALT are in the fucking low 20s. I get my blood done the other day. I haven't had a drink in, it's going on 2 years. And my liver enzymes are like triple, like in the 50s. I'm like, what the fuck? So I called my doctor. I'm like, he said, you had that abscess that we had to cut out. We put you on antibiotics. He said they were strong. He said, everything that you put in your body's got to go through your liver. He says that might be it. We'll just have to. And I'm thinking to myself, like, if I find out that my fucking liver enzymes are better with a bottle of wine in me,
that's gonna be a great day for you.
Like, fuck that, because I don't have a drinking problem. It wasn't like I'm sure as fuck tired of drinking.
Kliq, this is a production of Butch and Sundance Media, produced in association with Podcast Heat, created by Tristan Nash, Kevin Nash, and Sean Oliver, producer Steve Kaufman, graphics by Dominic D'Angelo, title sequence and audio edit by Wesley Burleson, theme song by Dale Oliver, technical research by Tristan Nash, copyright 2025, Butch and Sundance Media. Kev, you want to do another one?
Yeah, because we gotta talk about guns and abortion.
Customer service never answers the thing.